And welcome back on X Play Gaming with me, Alex, with more Lies of P. Alright, it's time to do. I pressed the wrong button. Time to do another boss. So, we're going back to the Venini workshop. I believe I got everything else pretty much done in here, so we can just go ahead and go for the boss. We'll see how many tries it takes me. Hopefully, just one, maybe two, if I need to like readjust. But man, this boss actually took me a couple tries when I played it for the first time back when this game was new. It's a pretty rough fight. And you'll see why once I explain certain things of it. For now, though, we're gonna grab the stuff up here. There's just a bunch of random items to grab. There's also a bunch of what's it called? This is another way to just get through without having to clear the enemies, really. There we go. We are gonna beat the guy at the bottom there, the big guy with the fire and the big shovel. I'm trying to remember what he drops. I believe it's something important, but I don't quite recall what it is. There we go. Yeah, it's one of the few times jumping will actually be beneficial. There we go. Technique crank. I'm trying to think. Like, I'll probably go with the strength build as I'm kind of just. I did start with the strength build, but I'll probably try to like save some of my items for some of the like for example the crank, right? We got a motivity crank I think last time, and we just got a technique one. I'm trying to think what would be relatively useful to keep around in the long run, or what to use like in the short term. Obviously, the main thing I'll be using in the short term throughout the entire game is going to be my moonstones. I probably will not be using the special kind of moonstones. You'll see which one I mean. Ow. Oh, okay. Luckily, overheat, it does damage over time, and it hits kind of hard. But the bright side, it's very easy to get rid of. Ah. I think I have the timing big time on this. I messed up. Oh, we got him. Oh yeah, we get the standard radiation converter. That's actually going to be very useful for this fight. So, we got the insulator converter, which reduces the acid and electric blitz, basically electricity damage. But this boss does fire damage, so having basically double the fire resist is pretty handy. Also, that guy does not respawn, so we're gonna take the chance to rest up real quick. And since we got enough ergo to do it, we are gonna go to the hotel real quick just to level up. We're gonna take another point of stamina real quick. Let me think. Yeah, we'll probably take stamina. It's definitely my lowest stat by far. And I have enough strength right now to do enough damage. Yeah, we're gonna try to get our bigger up to like 20-ish. Ooh, 420. Anyways, let's go fight a boss, shall we? Okay. Let's go. Luckily, it's not very hard to get through this area. If you don't want to lose health, you know, you're better off just kind of running it through. Or doing that, what I just did. I messed up my rolls, but at least I didn't get that smacked on the way down. Also, generic alarm sound. Boom. Boss time. Hello. Benini did mention this guy's name, Fuoco, I believe. King's Flame, Fuoco. This is a bit of a weird boss fight. Ow. You'll see why soon enough. Right now, it's kind of chill. I actually did a lot of damage already, though. Damn it. Way too early. Ah, damn it, dude. Dude, I'm getting smacked big time. Fortunately, he's been moving around so much that I haven't been able to get a stagger on him. Speaking of which, I didn't even try to parry that. Uh-oh, I might be dead here. Damn it. I didn't get there in time. So yeah, you have to use these healers for cover for that attack or be extremely far away. But yeah, overheat just does damage to you, and you can roll a lot to get rid of it, basically. Also, there's something very specific. This is very similar to Sekiro Fire. So for Sekiro Fire, if you manage to get someone on fire on Sekiro, they don't recover their posture. They have a similar mechanic to this with the HP regen, so it's actually very good to set bosses on fire. There we go. Alright, let's do second try. And he doesn't shoot at all in phase 1. Ow. That's the better way to dodge that attack. Hugging his right and rolling right away if you're point blank. Ow. We're gonna probably do the flame move. Yeah, there it is. Alright, we're doing way better this time. I've recovered my mojo for this fight. He also seems to only really shoot when he dodges. Ah, that kid got me that time. Oh yeah, you have to be careful with the oil because he does have... his shots set it on fire, very obviously, but also his spin move does it. Because I guess the sparks on the ground set the oil on fire. Damn it, I'm gonna set on fire here. He only really does the oil move when you're far away though, so if you keep close... if you keep close enough, he actually won't really use it. He also has this move. He doesn't use it very often at all. Ow. I'm kind of throwing now though. Not gonna lie. There we go. Alright, second try. That wasn't too bad. I was doing pretty good at first on my second try, but then I kind of screwed up. But it's okay. We got it that time. Second try. Okay, I'm trying to think. Because we got enough to level up, but the main thing is we want to check this out. Oh no!
What do we have here? A broken butler puppet. Yeah, I seem to remember someone on the second floor. Think it belongs to him? We gotta ask what happened sometime. Now's good.
Yeah. But instead of running it back, we're gonna use a loading screen for this, but let's just warp back. Or did he... I forget actually. Does he go back to the hotel? I guess we'll find out. No, he's here. Damn it.
Ah, you're back! And you found... Oh, dear. Pulcinella. They really did a number on you. Pulcinella was proof that puppets possess true courage. I will not rest until I have revived him. But there will be ample time for that. First, I must thank you for a truly heroic piece of work. The factory is ours again. The puppets are going to be in a really bad shape after this. Let us return to the hotel and rest while we can.
Yeah. Alright.
I cannot shake the thought of that puppet army. What they meant to do. The cathedral is filled with refugees. People who thought they were safe. But that's for the future to solve. Maintenance must come first. See you at Hotel Krat. Arrivederci. I can... But that's for the future.
Alright, now we go hotel. Obviously, we want to level up. And I believe we could talk to Papa Geppetto. Besides that, I'm trying to think if there's anyone specific we want to talk to. But obviously, the main first person we want to talk to is Benini once we level up. So our damage is pretty good right now. Damn it, I keep doing that for some reason. Even though it literally says to press A, not X, to talk to that person. Alright, so... yeah. Once we hit 15 on Vitality, we'll go into Capacity a little bit. And then we'll go back into Motivity. Basically, Technique and Advanced we'll probably not use at all for a while. Oh, actually, she wants to talk.
I'll use my power. I am able to wield Ergo. They call me a listener because I can hear Ergo. I inherited the power from my mother, who hated it. Called it the devil's power. So I kept it a secret that I could talk to puppets. Now you are the only one my voice reaches. So I beg you, please, save Krat.
Alright. We'll try our best.
Welcome to...
Yeah, we don't have anything to buy off of him. But we can talk to...
if it isn't my savior. Glad to see you made it back in one piece, my friend. There you are, my boy. My savior, yes, that's the word. You took back the factory and I cannot thank you enough. Without the factory, no more new puppets. The army has run out of recruits. My friend, you saved, well, all of us.
I always like this part of the
But
story's
listen to me
objectives.
going
I'll
on
explain in
and
a
on about
second.
my concerns, and I don't believe I've even introduced myself. Signor Lorenzini Venigni. Gentleman, bon vivant, and at the moment, utterly at your service, my friend. If the name Venigni rings no bells, perhaps you've heard of Krat's Prince of High Society. That is because they are one and the same. Just two of the many names I've collected in my 3 decades here on Earth. While I sincerely believe meeting Venigni is its own reward, I have not rewarded you in the more traditional manner. Please, take this. My newest prototype. It'll be safe with you. It's a grinder stone that keeps granting special attributes to the grinder. I hope you'll put it to good use.
Alright, so this allows us to use the grinder not only for repairing our weapon, but also for temporary special effects. So, oops, I can't use it here. But I believe we have to do that at the Stargazer, actually. Oh yeah, right. There's other thing that he can provide for us.
Then my eyes do not deceive me. I never imagined I'd actually see it again, and in the flesh, so to speak. I just designed it, set it aside, and never got back to it. Genius and acclaim can keep one quite preoccupied, I'm afraid. You are really interested in the arm, I see. Then, my friend, you shall have it. It just needs a few mechanical adjustments to fit your, particular needs. And frankly, this design is almost child's play to me now, so let's start by making it a bit stronger, shall we? I will also add what we brilliant inventors call modularity. That means it will be much easier to improve and repair since you'll be able to use commonly found parts. You might say this arm's new abilities are Legion. No? Too much? It was too much.
Just a tad. But anyways, with this machine right here, we can actually start using items we find either around or as specific bosses. But particularly, we're gonna get the Flamberge here, because that requires a unique item to get either new Legion arms or upgrading our current Legion arms. For example, this one is a mine. We have the Flamberge. We already have this one also available, the Pandemonium. It's a very weird move. This is my personal favorite, the Aegis. Basically a shield, acts pretty well. And we also got the Falconize, my other very preferred arm. Unfortunately for me though, Falconize I used with late game because it's more of a technique, based Legion arm. Also, we can modify here. We can use the Legion calibers to actually upgrade our arm and have new versions of it. For example, for the puppet string, we can either, in this case, pull, or also pull ourselves if we hold the button. For the Fulminous, we can charge it. That's the normal one. We can now move while charging because normally you cannot move at all. For the Flamberge, we just have fire, but it just upgrades the fire, and I believe it's a bigger AoE. Yeah, it is, slightly. The S6 Machina is just more damage in general. This one also allows for multiples. Well, we'll leave the rest for when we actually get to them. Okay, let's talk to you.
Buongiorno, and welcome to the House of Venini. I am Master Venini's Major Domo, Pulcinella, at your service, sir. The House of Venini carries only the finest in luxury merchandise. I believe you'll find all items to be both superior quality and distinguished provenance. I am certain you will be able to find something that suits you, sir. At the House of Venini, even priceless things have a price. Every item is a treasure of distinguished quality and superior provenance.
Alright, so we got a second shop. Usually what a Pulcinella sells is the liners. Liners generally, they're all equal with one exception. For example, this is the liner that resists more slash attacks. This one's for piercing, this one's for strike. So usually you just want to buy all three. They're relatively cheap most of the time for where you're at the game. Well, maybe not cheap, might not be the right word. He also tends to sell other types of grindstones. So we're gonna spend a little bit of money here to get enough. So maybe like 200. So now, yes, switch grinder. So we can go nothing, or we can use fire or lightning. I believe fire will help us out more in the current situation, but I have the lightning one now, just in case. Okay. So now that we cleared the factory, we can talk to Papa.
Remember, it is not surprising that some puppets broke away from the Grand Covenant. I've no idea how many. I remember a few Ergo puppets behaving according to their own volition before the frenzy. That wasn't our intention. They were never designed to act that way. But if a puppet starts acting on its own, does that mean the puppet has free will? Or is someone else controlling the puppet? The city of asked me.
Alright, so we died with Benini Works when we cleared it.
Thanks to you, the factory is out of the puppet's clutches. Benini Works can resume making all sorts of supplies, not just more puppets. The puppets are still a problem, but at least they don't have endless reinforcements. I knew you could do it.
So now we're going to the cathedral.
The cathedral is famous for its wise and kind Archbishop, Andreas. He offers sanctuary to countless refugees there. The thing is, I've lost touch with him. Perhaps no news is good news, but I'm a suspicious sort. And if the puppets push towards the cathedral, it could be devastating. Go save the Archbishop and the refugees before it's too late.
Alright. So, next objective, save people. But, let me see here. So, I'm gonna point out something kind of weird but interesting. Actually, for the short term, this, but we're gonna swap to the fire one. So they're saying like, oh, good job taking down the factory. There's no more reinforcements, blah, blah, blah. Like this, it's very funny to me that, like, they say that, but, you know, like, we'll just keep running into enemies, you know? It's a bit of a weird game mechanic thing that kind of gets in the way of what, quote-unquote, you're doing for the story of and saving everyone. I digress. Let's just move on. We'll probably stop the episode when I reach a significant enough Stargazer. I think there's gonna be one relatively early here. Oh yeah, those explode when someone smacks them. But yeah, as you can see, we still got some puppet enemies here, so I'm like, we'll just keep going. As you can see, to use our special grindstone, we need to hold left bumper and then press X to actually use it. Ah, that's unlucky. Whatever. Good job, sir. Okay. So yeah, these tunnels are like the little last bit of area we're covering before we head to the cathedral area. There's also gonna be a slight in-between area, I guess we can call it, before the cathedral, but you'll see what I mean. But yeah, luckily these guys are very easy to kill. Two-shotting most of these guys. Well, I am two-shotting them. There's only like some bigger enemies that I won't be able to two-shot, namely the shovel guys. There is gonna be one shovel guy coming up. Oh. I'm trying to remember if he drops anything though. That was close. Okay. I believe this is a bit of a funny weapon, if I remember right. The big pipe. It's actually pretty strong. It's a pretty strong weapon. Also, it's a big strike weapon, so it's handy if you want to do crushing. Well, it's just called strike, but basically blunt damage. Okay, so here we get some dark moonstone. That's irrelevant right now, but for special weapons. Alright, so here, I'm gonna use our electric blitz real quick because we gotta take this guy out. Got him. So we get the carrier's amulet there. I believe this one's for higher capacity, aka weight carrying capacity. Alright, so we've reached the moonlit town. There's still gonna be some puppets here, so we're not gonna... Actually, we can just leave. We're gonna go hotel since we have barely enough. So we're gonna end it here. I'm gonna level up real quick, and then we are gonna continue next time through the forest. It's a bit of a forest village, as you might have guessed, since we're like reaching a mountainous region. Hello.
I'll use my power.
Okay, so one more in vitality. Actually, let's do that right now. So we need, oops, this is the wrong menu. What am I doing? Let's see, about 2,000 should do it. There we go.
I'll use my power.
There we go. Okay, so now that we reach 15 here and here, we're gonna get to 30 here, then 15 here, and then we'll see what is required. But for the most part, we should be A-okay stat-wise. I don't remember the soft caps or the hard caps of this game. I feel like 40-ish is probably a good stopping point. We also need to start getting some Crescent Moon because we don't have a way to upgrade our current blade. As you can see here, the sword and the great sword, so as you can see, this one's slash and stab. The blunt is more of a slashing type, let's call it. It's more like a horizontal swing, I believe. Or verticals. Also, the attacks are what really matter. The main thing about the pipe, though, it has high attack power, like as you can see. My physical attack with the greatsword is 169 plus 12. That big pipe with no upgrades, it's already beating it. However, this weapon is significantly heavier at 7 extra pounds or so, whatever unit it is of measurement for weight. Durability is higher slightly. And it also, the other notable thing, its guard ability is a little bit higher than my blade. But also, keep in mind that you can mess around, and if you want to experiment with the moveset, or don't want to experiment, for example, if I just want to use the pipe head with my blade handle here, I could do that, and I will still keep the benefits of the scaling that it has, which is, can I see the scaling here? Oops, that's the wrong button. B and D, as opposed to, well, they have the same. But yeah. Anyways, we rambled a little bit, but that's okay. Anyways, next time, we're gonna run through, try to reach the cathedral. Maybe we'll reach it, maybe we won't. Hopefully I'll see you next time. You guys have a good night. Like, comment, subscribe if you did. Leave a nice comment, leave a mean comment. That is all up to you. And it's over with me. Hopefully I'll see you in the next one. Bye.